little 3 days grace, some Canadian content. Basically, we're in drop D tuning, so you have to drop your E to make it sound like your D. There'll be a link below for a video on how to do that I did earlier. And then we have a capo on the 2nd fret. Our first chord shape, basically, once we have a drop D tuning and we bar our finger across these low 3 strings, we have a power chord. So in this case, we're going to do that, but on the 4th fret here, or 2nd from the capo. And then we're going to put, which is basically going to give us an F sharp power chord because of the capo being right there and the drop D tuning. A little bit confusing, all of this at the moment, but F sharp would be the power chord. And then we're going to throw this G sharp in here, which is the 6th fret, or 4th from the capo of your 4th string, to give us what would be a sus2 chord, which we hear quite a bit in rock. However, we're also going to use this open 3rd string, which the capo is controlling, making it an A, and that's going to make the chord an F sharp minor. So if I just played 6, 5 and that, I'd have a minor chord. That's making it sus2. So F sharp minor F sharp minor add 2. We'll call this chord add 2 because we still have a 3rd. Don't worry about that. Anyway, here we go. Let's do it. So the pattern's pretty simple. We're going to hit this open string, which is would be an F sharp if we weren't detuned, because we're F sharp, it's an E. Hammer on the 4th fret, or 2nd from the capo, which gives us an F sharp. And then we're going to go 5, 4. So we have the open, hammer, 5, 4. And then come back to 5. Remember, that's still the same chord, and we have our finger sitting because we want this open string to ring. It's just going across. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just going across 5 and 6. I still want that 3rd string to ring open. Okay, so again, open, then that hammer, 5, 4, 5. There's that open 3, and then we're going to we're going to go 4, 5, 4 again. That's the whole measure. So we went open, hammer, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. And they're all solid 8th notes, so they're evenly spaced. That first E is a pickup, so this F sharp is on what actually starts the beat. It would go like 3, 4, and 1. You know, get it? 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and so on, okay? So here we go. So we're going to go 3, 4, and 1, and 3, 4. I'll call out the strings. 3, 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. And just again slow. 6, we hammer. 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, pause it if you got to go over that. It's important to get good at this one because we're going to do this exact same pattern on the 3rd measure. This is measure 1. So again, slow. 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, 4. I'm going to slow it down a little tiny bit. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, easy enough. Measure 2, just release that 1st finger. Leave that 4th finger, or 3rd finger, sorry. Leave that finger there, your ring finger, on that same fret. 6th fret, or 4th from the capo, whatever. It's a G sharp, regardless of whether the capo is there or not, a G sharp. And this one's easy. We're just going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, and back to 4. I'm just down picking them. Pick it however you like. Down, up, alternate if you want. I'm just going down, down, down. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. So a little bit of pause on 3. So it's like an 8th note tied to an 8th note, or worth a quarter note basically. But this is going 1 and 2 and 3 and. So when we come back to that 4th string, it's the and of 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Nice. So we put these two together. Not bad, right? In this hand, 3, 4. All right, now the beauty is in measure 3, it's going to be the exact same shape we played in the first one, which remember we called F sharp minor add 2, because it was an F sharp minor chord basically with the G sharp, 2nd note of an F sharp scale, making it add 2, F sharp minor add 2. The second one basically was E sus4. It was an E chord with an A in it, making it a sus4 chord. This next one, an A sus2, but it looks exactly the same as that. So we still have that finger coming up, and it's beauty, same pattern. 6, hammer, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. So you play the exact same thing. you did in the first measure. Beauty, eh? And then the last one, I can't believe I just said beauty, eh? Anyway, easy. We're going to go from the 6, which is an E, to the 4. Same third finger is still there, didn't remove it, just like we didn't remove it from the first to the second chord. So we're not removing it from 3 to 4. We're going to go 6 to 4, then 6 to 3, that open A, and then 6 to, you're going to come back here to the 6th fret or 4th fret from the capo on your 4th string, giving us an F sharp. A G sharp, sorry. So we went 6, 4, 6, 3, 6, 4 again, but with that F sharp. And that's our whole thing. Let's do it all together here with the beat. I got it really slow. I have it set at 40. I think the song is about 80, maybe 78, 77, somewhere in there. So we're at about half tempo. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it one more time here with the right hand to watch that, and then hopefully you're on your own. 2, 3, 4, and 1, and... Sorry. Alright, 3 Days Grace. Be sure to tell all your friends, subscribe to the channel, and Tripfuse is the name of the band. Check that out if you will. And yeah, as always, have fun with these lessons. Thanks.